Okay, we're live. Thank you for being here. My name is Verte Arbusto. It is, oh, good golly, I think we're at the 3rd of August now. It's 2 in the morning. Monday, that would make it. Ay caramba. This is the Schumann Resonance Harmonics group on Facebook and on YouTube. And thank you for being here today. I am trying a different system this time. I'm working with the technical aspects of it, and so I have a different monitor. I'm using an actual computer, an older computer, instead of my newer laptop. And I'm thinking I'm preferring the older computer with an actual monitor better. All right, so hopefully the picture is it looks a little rhomboidal in the camera as I'm looking at it. But anyway, all right. So this is what I'm going to do. I haven't done any of these before. This is going to be kind of my observation and my analysis of the Schumann as it is today. And this is not like a teaching. A lot of them I do a teaching lesson of what's what. And since I've already done that, I want to kind of do, for those who are ahead of the class, who kind of know what's going on, I want to actually do like a legitimate reading on this. So I'm going to scoot in. All right. I want to make sure you get the date on the top. All right. So I'm going to scoot over here. Okay, to the resonances. Now these are our resonances here. The Schumann resonances properly. That's what these are for the purposes of our chart. That's what these are marking. The resonances. Now this is a hertz, but you see down here. I want to make it a point to mention something. All right, for what it's worth. This right here. You see that symbol right there? That's not a frequency. That's a resonance. It's showing you a resonant frequency. Oop, I'm going to scoot in even more so you can see it right here. Now it's upside down. I think it's important to note when I do these, I flip this upside down. You can see 0 here. That's 4. It's upside down. Okay. But I do that so that I'm not looking at it top down. I'm looking at it bottom up. In the reporting dependencies, as I have pointed out previously, the way they have the graphs is the 0 is in the bottom left and it moves up, bounces up and to the right. The way they have this plotted, it's in the reverse of the reporting dependencies, which can make it confusing when a person's looking at it and you're not realizing that they're doing something screwy like that. All right, so the 31st, this is the 31st of July, and I'm pointing out something here. All right, this is a few days ago. It's still relevant. The discussion is still absolutely relevant. All right, so I'm going to move this down so we know what we got here. All right, now, excuse me, I want to point out this here. At the bottom. Oh, there we go. This. I'm going to use the hand here and point this out here. All of this. This is dark blue. This is the at-rest state of the chart. Okay? The background would be, so this is almost black. That is nothing going on in the chart. Okay? This right here, where the hand is the nothing going on in the chart. This little tiny half of a frequency band of black, almost black, is the entirety of the nothing going on in the chart. Same thing here. When people say, oh, there's not much going on in the Schumann, if it's not black like that, see it's like navy blue, almost black, it's hard to almost tell the difference between the framework of the chart itself and the nothing. But you see what I'm talking about here. when I'm looking at the chart, I don't see, oh, there's not much going on the Schumann because of something like this. So, oh, there's, it's kind of a dead day today. Like, no, hell no, it's not a dead day. Back here, like I said, below here, you have the darkness of the background, the canvas. I call it an interactive canvas. And likewise, up here, just want to kind of zoom in. All right. I'm trying to line it up with the camera and what I'm seeing on the monitor. All right, so here, this area here, and you see this line, a dedicated line at 33, this right here. That's 33 hertz. I'm not even looking at way over on the side, and I know what these resonances are. I've looked at them so long. All right, hopefully we can... trying to get it so I can see it in the monitor and the camera at the same time. All right. So, actually, I think it shows it pretty well. This right here, above 33, right here, where I'm showing right here, this right here, above 33, is the only, it's like that would be the nothing going on, but you can see there clearly is something. Because, let's scoot in. Oh, I love this new zoom feature. You see that line? You may not be able to see it. Here, let me scoot in a little more. Okay. Can you see it now? Maybe not. Let me scoot in a little more. Can you see it now? That line at 33. Maybe you still can't see it. Let me scoot in a little bit more. There's that line at 33. Can you see that? Oh, look at that. What's going on there? Is he going at 33? Right. I'm holding that 33 line. Right there. You can just barely see it. I love this new system. Let's scoot in a little more, shall we? All right. So you see, you have these electrics banging in here. Da-ding! Da-ding! And look at how skinny the line is. And that, you can't look at that and tell me that's white. That is not white. That is not white. That's not white. That's not white. That's not white. That is white. I'll put you right there. Make sure white. What is that telling you? What is that telling me? That's telling me it's not mode. It's not. It is. It's a lavender color. All right. I did a video on this about lavender. You can't really see. It looks more green in the. I'm looking through the camera, and it looks more of green here in the camera. So it's being a little deceptive. But in the live version I'm looking at, this is a lavender color, okay? All right, so back up to 33. Wow, and you can even see that, like 34. Do you see this going on at 34 right there? A line, it's a dedicated line. Okay, let me scoot out. Ooh, a little more than I wanted. All right. So you see this line happening at 33. And just so you know, I know what I'm talking about. There's this line. Okay, where do we go? 32. Yeah, 32. Okay, and 33. Okay. Then we have our dedicated line at 17 back. I'm not sure where it had gone for a few days. I'm grabbing the 17 line. This is a dotted line. What I have made the claim of is this is a local interference. Okay, this right here is local interference. I'm making this claim that there's a local interference to Tomsk University, Tomsk State University in Russia, technically Siberia. Okay. All right, so I just want to point out these dedicated lines. So you see the one at 33. That's definitely a line at 33. Then you have this one at 17, right? That 17. Oh, the 25. I had them messed up. The 25 hertz line is here. And that's gone. I think they filtered it out. All right, so I'm sorry. I had the two of them mixed up. This one here is 17. This missing one is 25. Okay? That there's a little bit of it there, I'm wondering if they modernized the trains over there in Russia so that they're not using that 25 hertz system anymore. The other train system operates at 50 hertz. So the two electric train standards of the world are 25 hertz and then the 50 hertz. Amtrak and the Northern Corridor, had used the 25 hertz, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly. But a lot of the Europe trains use the 50 hertz standard, which is the standard of the commercial electric grid over there. Okay, so I'm looking at dedicated lines. So regardless of wherever that 25 hertz, I'm saying it was the trains. It could have been something else. I am saying it's local, though. I'm also believing that the 17 hertz is local. And why am I saying that? It's because of the thinness of the line. It's the thinness of the line. You could not send a thin line like that around the world and have it come back and then it greet you. That's not how that works. It's a very thin line. It's dedicated, what I have been calling dedicated. It's the same thing here with these lines that are here at, again, all right, so we have 4. If 4 is here, and then here, in here, should be 2, 3. Okay, so we get a line at 3 hertz, and then one at 2. The Earth has a resonant frequency at 4 hertz. 4 hertz. So are we seeing a line? If we're sort of seeing this one here. That's more at 5, but I'd be willing to accept that at 4. But it's coming in, going, and it's... What's getting me about these dedicated lines is that they are relatively thin. Okay, you can see them very clearly. That's that's 17. Okay, coded line, and that could be coded for the state for a schedule. Like the same thing as with the 25. What I would make the claim of. You know, I'm not stating this as a fact, but I'm stating it as a claim that I would need to look up, is the 17 hertz line, okay? Are these, like, train, like the 25? I could prove the 25 because I can look into, see the schedules. I don't know what's operating at 17 hertz on a commercial thing, and it could be something local within Russia, or it could be something like offshore. I don't know. But these thin lines are hard to, how do I say this? The magnetic waves bounce from the Earth to the ionosphere, okay? They bounce. They go up and down. Bing, da-ding, 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 da-ding. Okay. You can see a wavelength forming in here. This is the 7.8 resonant frequency here. You see it's a wave, it's a bandwidth of a few hertzes. Okay, it's a bandwidth. You see how thick it is. That will travel around the world because it's obviously showing you it's got some heft to it. It's got some oomph to it. It's going to be able to travel around the world because it is a wave. These are not waves per se. It's a dedicated line. And you scoot in, this, maybe at 4, is, you could make the case it's a thicker line. Okay. So you can make the case that, yeah, that's a thicker line than that. All right. We could say this is a coded line. Sure, I'm willing to believe that. It might just be the code of the schedule that it's running on. Fine, whatever. You want to call it Morse code, it's fine, whatever. This here is not quite so coded. And it's more, it would seem to be more of a resonant harmonics, except when that's strong. What's this doing here? I don't know. It's weaving in and out. But I will tell you something. They all kind of start at, what time is it? This is all right. So this is local time up here. All right. So the 11, that's local time plus 7. Local time is UTC plus 7 there. So 7 minus 11 is what? 4? So that would be like 4. What is it? Yeah, this right here. 4. They all start and stop. Bing, bing, like I said, 4:35 UTC, whatever, somewhere around there. But there's a bunch of it that happens there within this stripe, this sampling stripe here. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, and then it stops here when you get a legitimate peak from outer space. And I'm not showing you the reporting dependencies at this point, but there was a spike in the white and the yellow, the green and the red and the green. Okay, that was one of those spikes. This one here was a white spike. Okay, those are white spikes. I'm going from memory. Otherwise, I'd like to show you what I'm saying, but I couldn't get it all to work. The dependencies to work here with this today. All right. So, I wanted to point out the dedicated lines. I wanted to point out that this right here, this almost black, is what people say, oh, there's not much going on. That is this right here, the almost black, is the 0 of the at-rest state of the Schumann chart. This is what I call indiglow. All right, I'm going to use a hand. All right, so behind here, this right here, and you can even tell the difference in the colors. There's a few different. There's this part here where it's not quite black, but it's not quite. It's not quite black. It's not. There's very little that's the black, almost the black, the navy, like up here, but the rest of it is something going on, right? And I want to make a point to mention that here in the on my camera as I'm looking at it, where the hand is, all right, it's dark. I'll accept that sort of marginally as a not much going on, all right? Even though I'm seeing fringes, little tiny indications from here to here, even though I'm seeing indications of something there for the point of discussion, sake of discussion, I'll be willing to say there's not much going on there, but this indiglow, what I'm calling an indiglow, and there's a peak of it, is a field. It's like a force field around the rest of everything that's happening. And you have to understand this indiglow is what's going on in the environment around you. Are those magnetics? Are those electrics? That is the question. I mean, I have a general idea. I'm still working on the theory. Because it's what you're looking at, what you're really looking at there's the black of the background, and then this indiglow is the white mode that's acting. Just the white mode alone. The white is giving you that. Now, hello. Clearly in here, you got some spikes going on, there's some frizzles and, some popcorns and stuff in there. All right. Those are white and yellow, okay? So the white mode against the navy blue of the background, this is giving you this indiglow. And here, you're getting the white and the yellow. This is a whole field. Like, you got to understand that. Just because it's not these resonances here, it doesn't mean it's not affecting you. That's really important to understand. The background resonances here. These are not resonances per se. This is free floating. The resonance is here. Let's just make that a real important point to mention out. Everything on the chart is not the resonances, okay? The resonances are the wavelengths, okay? Everything on the chart is happening. There's a cause for everything on the chart, but all of the chart are not the Schumann resonances. These right here are the Schumann resonances. These right here are incoming spikes of high charge electricity that are hammering us. I mean, I would make the claim that all of these up right here are being picked up by the whip antenna, the electric dipole antenna that picks up the electric signal. Okay. All right. So the video is at 20 minutes. I think that's a good place to end it. This was just a simple, I don't know, simple may or may not be simple, kind of observation of the chart of what's happening relative to a few outstanding issues. We're talking about the coded line, and I'm also talking about the quote-unquote nothing happening on the chart, how that's completely not true. And as we go on, I want to try and show people how to read the nothing, the background, that the majority of folks just kind of gloss over because it's not the real exciting part of the obvious. That's not another way to put it. There isn't anything more going on than the obviousness of the chart. Like, that seems to be what people kind of latch onto. And so I'm going to work through showing people what's in the nothing. Okay. All right. So thank you all for coming today. I appreciate you being here and helping me learn more about the Schumann resonances. And I want to thank specifically Wages World and his viewers for coming over and showing me love. And thank you very much. And much prayers for you, Mark, and your family. And I hope everything is well with you. You're loved. And thank you all for showing me great and wonderful comments and love. Thank you. Have a great rest of your day.